Dr. Bharti Patil, working as an assistant professor physics in the Department of Physics, Maharaja Jivajirao Shinde College, Srigonda, Ahmednagar. We have started our syllabus related to electronic subject, and in that we have started our second chapter, that is study of transistors. During our last lecture, we have covered the working principle of NPN transistor. Now in today's lecture we are going to see the working principle of PNP transistor. We have already seen during looking into the construction of the transistors, we have seen what are the PNP transistors and what are the NPN transistors, and in that we have deeply look into the construction of PNP transistors. So let's draw the diagram for PNP transistor. PNP transistor is a transistor which consists of or in which a N type of material is sandwiched between two P type of materials. It means that base region is made up of N type of semiconducting material. This is the base of the NPN transistor. Now there are the two portions. There are the two portions. One portion is There are the two portions which are made up of P type of semiconducting materials. One portion is called as emitter E, and the another portion is called as collector C. We know that this portion, that is base region of the PNP transistor, is light and its thickness is also less, and it consists of minority charge carriers, that is here they are electrons. And the emitter portion and collector portion, they are made up of P type of materials, and therefore the emitter portion consists of majority charge carriers and they are nothing but the holes. If we compare the length of emitter section and the collector section, the length of collector section is more in order to dissipate the heat and in order to collect the maximum number of holes coming or which are passing across the collector base junction. These are the two junctions, PN junctions. This is one PN junction, this is another PN junction. Therefore, any transistor consists of two PN junctions as shown in figure. Therefore, here the number of holes present are the less as compared to the collector section. This is the diagram for NPN transistor. Now, we know that while doing the biasing, the emitter base junction is forward bias and the collector base junction is reverse bias. What is meant by forward biasing the junction? When we forward bias the junction, then we are using the external source, that is battery, and it is connected in the circuit like that. Suppose this is the P region, because it is positive, they are made up of holes, and this is also a positive terminal one can consider. And now we have to forward bias. When we say forward bias, the junction is forward bias when positive of the battery is connected to the positive terminal of the emitter, that is positive terminal of the battery is connected to emitter, because here emitter is made up of holes, it is positive. And when we connect the battery such that this is hole, means positive, and when we connect the battery in a circuit such that negative of it is connected to the positive terminal, then we will say that it is in reverse bias. Reverse bias. So this is a forward bias and this is reverse bias. In reverse bias, here it is P P is connected to N and N is connected to P. Here P is connected to forward bias P and N is connected to N, and hence we will obtain the forward biasing and reverse biasing, the emitter base junction and the collector base junction. Now let's move towards the working principle of the PNP transistor. When we forward bias this junction, that is emitter base junction, then the number of holes which are present inside the emitter, they get reflected or they get reflected by this current, and hence they will start to move towards the junction, and this is called as emitter base junction. Emitter base junction, this is collector base junction, and they will start to migrate through the base, and when they start to move, they will generate a current which is called as emitter current IE. Now, the holes which are migrating or crossing the emitter base junction, they will reach to base section of the transistor, and here in base section there is presence of electrons. Now, the holes which are coming from the emitter, they will recombine with the holes, and in the similar way in case of PNP transistor, here also electron hole recombination takes place, and there is generation of valence electron, and this valence electron will start to move towards the base end or base terminal of the transistor and will give rise to IB. Now, here after moving about 95% of the electrons will cross the barrier in between collector base junction, and they will successfully reach to the collector section of the transistor. Therefore, 95% of holes will reach to collector section and only 5% holes will recombine. And thus, due to the migration of holes and the collection of holes in the collector region, there will be the generation of current that is called as IC. We have to show the conventional current. We are showing here the conventional current. Thus, in case of NPN transistor, when we apply the forward bias, holes are migrating now. They will cross the barrier of electron emitter base junction and reach to the base. There will be generation of base current. Now the 95% of holes will successfully reach to the collector section, and they will generate a current that is called as collector current, and hence during forward bias the resistance is less, and during reverse bias resistance is more. So this battery is called as VEB or VBE, and this battery is called as VCB. Thus, during working of transistor, there is possibility that input will get converted into output with high power, and this is called as amplification. This is the working principle of PNP transistors. Thank you.